And from there, he gets up and they leave the table. And where do they go? As he's saying he's going to be betrayed, as he's trying to prepare him and the disciples for what is about to happen, they're on a journey to the place where he's going to pray, the Garden of Gethsemane. And he talks about the Spirit again and abiding. I am the vine, you are the branch. And this is what follows that. We get this story of the Spirit of God, the Spirit of truth as it's called here. And so we need to keep in mind that although it is the Spirit of truth, this is not Jesus' dissertation. It is not his theological opum. It's not that. It's words of comfort and preparation. Because tonight, according to the scriptures, he's going to be betrayed. He's going to go into a trial. He's going to be condemned, suffered, go to the cross, and he will die. And he's trying to ease his people, his friends. We hear it today. I understand you're sorrowful. If you weren't full of sorrow, maybe you would be asking the right questions, but your grief right now is prohibiting you. So these are words of comfort. So today we're going to look at the work of the Spirit. And I think for a lot of us, when we think of the Spirit, we have to recognize, just as I feel that the Gospels, each one, give us a Jesus, give us a perspective on Jesus that highlights maybe a different part of who he is. Highlights different stories in certain ways that bring us closer to Jesus in their own unique way. Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. I think we also have the same thing with the Spirit, which is beautiful and wonderful. Many times when we think of the Spirit, though, we think of things like Star Wars. See, I did that. You like that? I mentioned Disney and Star Wars all in the same sermon. It's perfect. But I'm going to diss on Star Wars. For us, it's more like the Force, the Holy Spirit. It's what gives us really cool powers and things to do, and we can go out and do things in Jesus' name. And when we think of gifts, we think of more of Paul and what Paul says about the Spirit. The Spirit is what gives us the gifts of preaching and teaching and singing and praying in tongues and speaking in tongues and all of these wonderful gifts, including administration. I know that's all your favorite one, right? You all pray for the gift of administration, right? Yeah, I know, right? And those are the cool things that the Spirit gifts us. And then in Luke, we hear of the Spirit as one that comes and gives us power and authority.